Memories of the past. The old man sat on a wooden bench near his small house. The sun was going down, and the sky was orange and pink. A young boy came and sat next to him. The boy looked up and asked, "Grandpa, what was your life like when you were young?" The old man smiled. His eyes looked far away, as if he could see the past. "Ah," he said softly, "it was a different time. Life was not easy, but it was full of adventure. Let me tell you a story." He took a deep breath and began. "I was just a boy, maybe 15 years old. I lived in a village near the river. My family had a small farm. We had chickens, goats, and a big brown cow. Every morning I helped my father in the field and brought water from the well." The boy listened with wide eyes. "Did you go to school, Grandpa?" he asked. The old man nodded. "Yes, I did, but only for a few years. After that, I had to work. My parents needed my help. We didn't have much money, but we had love. That was the most important thing." He looked at the sky again and was silent for a moment. Then he said, "But one day something happened that changed everything, something I will never forget. One morning," the old man said, "I woke up to loud voices in the village. People were running and shouting. I looked outside and saw smoke in the sky. My father came inside quickly and said, 'Pack your things, we must go.' I was scared. I had never seen him like that before. We took only what we could carry. My mother held my little sister. I held a small bag with bread and water. We walked fast through the village. Everyone looked worried. Some people cried. Some just stared. No one knew what was really happening. We left the village and walked into the forest. The trees were tall and green. Birds flew above us, but the forest felt cold and strange. My sister was tired. She asked, "Where are we going?" My mother said, "To a safe place, dear, just a little more." We walked for hours. At night we slept under a big tree. It was quiet, but I could not sleep. I was thinking about my home. I missed my bed, my animals, and my friends. I didn't know if we would ever go back. The old man looked at the boy. That was the first day I learned that life can change very fast. One day you are happy, the next day everything is different. But we kept walking, because we had to be brave. The next day, the old man said, we found a small village deep in the forest. The people there were kind. They gave us food and a place to sleep. My sister smiled again. It was the first time I saw her smile since we left our home. We stayed in that village for a few weeks. My father helped in the fields. I helped carry water and take care of the animals. Life was simple, but we were safe. Every night we sat by the fire and told stories. I started to feel a little hope, but one evening a man came to the village. He brought bad news. He said soldiers were coming this way. People began to pack again. My mother looked at me and said, "We cannot stay here. It is time to move again." I didn't want to go, but I knew she was right. We left the next morning. This time we walked to the mountains. The path was hard. It was cold and the wind was strong. My sister cried, but my father held her hand and said, "Be strong, little one. We are almost there." When we reached the top, we saw a big city far away. It looked like a new world, bright lights, tall buildings, and many people. My heart was full of hope and fear. What would happen to us there? Would we find a new home? We walked for 2 more days, the old man continued. Finally, we reached the city. It was big and noisy. Cars, buses, and people were everywhere. I'd never seen such a place before. My sister held my hand tightly. She was afraid. My father asked for help at a small church. The man there was kind. He gave us warm food and a place to sleep for a few nights. We were tired and cold, but we were together. That was the only thing that mattered to us. Soon my father found a job in a bakery. He worked long hours and came home late. My mother cleaned houses. I helped take care of my sister. We didn't have much, but little by little life started to get better. I went to school again. I was older than the other children, but I didn't care. I wanted to learn. I studied hard every day. My teacher said I was smart and brave. That made me feel proud. One day I stood on a street corner and watched people walk by. They looked busy but happy. I thought to myself, this city is not home yet. But maybe, one day, it will be. Years passed, the old man said with a soft voice. I grew older. My sister went to school and made many friends. My parents worked hard every day. We didn't talk much about the village we lost, but it was always in our hearts. When I turned 18, I got a job at a small shop. I sold shoes and clothes. I liked talking to people. My boss was a good man. He taught me how to run a business. I saved money and helped my family. One day, I met a girl named Lena. She was kind and smart. She worked at the store next to mine. We talked every day. Soon we became friends. Then we fell in love. Life started to feel full again. After 2 years, we got married. It was a small wedding, but very special. My parents were happy. My sister cried happy tears. I looked at Lena and thought, this is a new beginning. I still missed my old village, but I was building a new life. Sometimes I dreamed about the river, the trees, and our old home. In my dreams, everything was still there. But when I woke up, I knew the past was gone. Still, I was thankful, because I had love, I had family, and I had hope. The old man looked at the boy and smiled, and now, he said, I'm here. I've lived many years. I've seen good days and bad days, but I never gave up. I kept going, step by step, just like we did in the forest. The boy listened closely. His eyes were full of wonder. Grandpa, he said, your story is amazing. You were so brave. The old man laughed gently. Thank you, my boy, but I was just trying to protect the people I loved. That is not special. It is what we all must do. He looked at the sky. The stars were bright. The wind was soft. Life is not always easy, he said, but if you have love, and if you keep walking, even in hard times, you will find your way. "That is what I learned." The boy nodded slowly. "I want to be brave like you," he said. The old man put his hand on the boy's shoulder. "You will be," he said. "Just remember the stories. They will guide you when you need them." And then they sat quietly, side by side, the old and the young, two hearts, one story, under the peaceful night sky.